Bridgeside.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for hanging out Bridgeside for yet another edition of Bridgeside Sports Live. We're here with the crew. Let me introduce myself. My name is Boo, Mike Boo. To my left, we have the doctor, Mr. Sports Science, Philly Cags. How you doing, baby?
I'm doing good. How's everyone doing out there?
Excellent. And to his left, the analyst.
What's good?
Chris Ventura. What's good? What's up? How we doing?
How you doing?
And then, of course, our statistician, Mr. Donnie B, fresh off the honeymoon.
How you doing?
Making that
I don't understand what that is.
Johnny Manziel?
He's
Johnny Football?
He just spent all his paper on his honeymoon. He's got nothing left.
Johnny
this guy.
Manziel.
But anyway, it's great to be with you guys. Freezing cold out here in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
But let's talk. Let's stay warm with a little bit of sports talk. All right. So I think we're gonna kick this party off with a little sports in 10. As soon as we get that clock up, we're gonna get things moving. A big sports week. Let's kick it off NFL. Okay. First round of the playoffs. Phil, I gotta say this Chiefs game really bothered me. Is it time to blow up this Chiefs team? Coach, quarterback, everything.
I think it absolutely is. I mean, Andy Reid, you look at all his numbers, they're great in the regular season. He just doesn't get done in the playoffs. It's as simple as that. I think he makes terrible coaching decisions in the playoffs. And you had this team with Alex Smith and everybody, they looked great. And then as soon as Kelsey got hurt,
Just sat on their
they
hands.
couldn't do anything. They couldn't do anything without one tight end. They couldn't do anything. This team's got to change.
I don't want to hear
Team's gotta change.
this is Alex Smith's fault.
It's not,
They
but
did
you
not
gotta-
let him do his thing that he did in the first half. This is solely, in my eyes, on Andy Reid. What do you think?
I agree with that, but you got a first-round quarterback waiting behind him. What are you going to do with him?
You cannot
you're saying
give
for
it.
next year.
This is Alex Smith's team. Chris, do you agree, or is it time to switch it up?
No, I mean, he played great. I think he had like 26 touchdowns, 5 picks this year.
Yeah.
That's amazing. But it was Reid, definitely, because Kareem Hunt, leading rusher in the NFL, rookie, 11 carries in the game.
Yeah.
That's terrible. That's awful.
I think it's time to go for Andy Reid. Let's move it on. Chris, I'm going to go to this Jacksonville game.
I wanna see that.
You like this Jacksonville game. I think Phil,
I
you
love
might
that
be in agreement.
Jacksonville
This Jacksonville Bills game was the worst offensive showing in a playoff game that I remember. Both teams completely inept on offense.
Inept.
It might have said football back 30 years.
No, come
But
on.
you liked it. Why did you like this game?
Well, I mean, I like defensive football. I know a lot of it had to do with poor offense, like you said before.
Dude, the guy Bortles can't throw screen passes.
No, and Tyrod Taylor missed a lot of guys on big plays that he had open, so he overthrew those guys. I mean, but still, both these defenses, like the Bill secondary is pretty good. They not really that good against the run, but they stepped up and they did well against Fournette. But yeah, you're right. A lot of this is bad offense, but I still think the Jaguars are a really good team. I think they'll advance even to the AFC Championship.
All right, well, we'll get to that in a minute. But the other thing I want to talk about is the best game of the weekend was probably the Saints-Panthers game.
Yep.
Would you agree with that?
I agree.
But, I mean, did it seem to you like Cam Newton was just like not really interested in the game? He looked kind of like out of it.
You know, that's been a bad rap on him. You know, a little bit. Remember the Super Bowl?
He's sitting by himself.
I feel like sometimes with Newton, when adversity hits him, he doesn't recover as well as you want him to.
Yeah.
Exactly. He doesn't get that fire. He kind of sulks a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But then all of a sudden they did come back. That was weird, and they were starting to
But
come
he
back.
did not get the job done
didn't.
at the end. There's a big-time quarterback makes that happen at the
Yes.
end, right? He
Yes.
had the field position. He had time to do it. He can get it done.
No,
He got
I mean,
killed at one point. I don't know how he came back in the game. By the way,
DB, what's up, baby?
No, nothing. I thought the Saints were way better of a team, and I thought that the Panthers made it at least a little bit of a game
That's
in the
why-
second half.
Yeah.
I mean, Cam, I don't know. Cam doesn't seem like he's got the right play calling to get it done, personally.
Yeah.
I put that more on Ron Rivera than I do Cam.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about this next weekend's games. Let's start off with the Titans Saturday night game. Can the Titans, Chris, can they keep this game interesting against the Patriots, or is this going to be blowout city?
Yeah, this is probably blowout city.
Yeah?
I might even take the spread, 13.5 points, too.
13.5 points.
I think that's about
But
right.
there's one
In the
thing the
playoffs.
Titans do. They run the ball, and they keep games close.
Well, now without
Henry?
Murray, because Murray was a liability all year for them, pretty much. He wasn't good this
Henry's
year.
awesome.
Henry's better.
He's better. Yeah.
Much better.
Henry's the next
He should have been
thing.
in. Transformer.
Yeah. And Henry, now he had the full opportunity to run. He did great. I mean, he was the best running back of the week.
Absolutely.
Well over 100.
I mean, that's how they won the game. They just pounded the ball.
They pound the rock, and that's what they do.
And they really couldn't stop it.
And Mariota stepped up in certain occasions towards the end.
The guy's a bum.
The block at the end was
He threw
beautiful.
a touchdown to himself.
What about that block at the end? That was nice. But yeah, no, that was lucky. But I think that it's just too much to overcome.
Be a blowout.
Yeah, it's too much to overcome with the Patriots. And in New England, it's too much.
All right. Phil, first time in playoff history that a number 1 seed in their first game of the playoffs is an underdog. Falcons at Eagles.
Wait,
that's the first time.
That's how
First time.
bad of a number 1 seed.
I mean, if you're a number 1 seed,
That's true. No, you're
coming
right.
off a bye.
It makes sense. I'm just saying. Yeah.
Well,
wow.
it's because of Carson Wentz being out.
Right.
Yeah.
Do they deserve to be? Well, actually, let me put it this way. Do they have a chance to win this game? It's crazy to say as the number 1 seed.
They have a chance to win the game.
Yeah.
I don't think they will.
Who
though.
wins this game?
The
Atlanta?
Falcons.
The
I think the
Falcons
Falcons
win
will.
this game.
I think Foles. He came in against the Giants. He looked good, and then he's a liability. He's a liability out there. He's just not. He's a big hole there. They're gonna be able to run the ball against the Falcons, but you got to be able to throw the ball. You can't just run all day. And the Falcons, like Chris said, they got the experience. They showed me going into L.A. I'm not saying L.A. is not this imposing place to play, but L.A. had a good team. They went to L.A.
And they didn't have
that
the
wasn't
experience.
a game. They just beat them from start to finish.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna go and do the same thing against Philly.
Okay. And then the other game I want to talk about. I know you said Jaguars. You actually think they're going to knock off Pittsburgh, but
Yeah.
I didn't even want to talk about that game. I wanted to talk. I want to talk about the Saints and the Vikings because
That's the best game.
to me this is the 2 best teams in the NFC, and I think
I agree.
Agreed.
I think whoever wins this game is in the Super Bowl. So who
Agreed
wins this
again.
game, Chris?
Well, I've been saying from the beginning, the Vikings Super Bowl.
You still like the Vikes?
I still like the Vikings. I still think but them and the Jaguars are by far the 2 best defenses in the NFL, right?
Okay, yeah.
So I think that they're also well balanced. Case Keenum was a
great.
consistent quarterback. The other day, you
Crazy.
can't say anything bad about him. And Adam Thielen, dude. Which, by the way, great pick on that in fantasy this year. He was a steal. This guy, I think he was one of the top receivers in yards and everything. Like, he's just reliable, and he's a number 1 wide receiver.
All right.
So this team's solid.
All right, we're going to switch gears from NFL. We got an interesting week ahead. I can't wait for those games. But let's talk a little bit about the big coaching news. Jon Gruden, Phil, he's going back to Oakland.
Sick.
So, I mean, everybody just sings his praise. Is this guy really, everybody loves him so much. Is he really worth all this hype? Is he that guy?
I don't think so. I think he's a good coach. I'm not denying that, but 10 years, $100 million.
It's crazy.
The most
Ownership.
money ever for a coach. If you look at his records, all right, he won the Super Bowl with the Bucs. Then what did he do
That was a
after
good
that?
team to start with.
Yeah, it was Dungy's team, and he knew the plays of the Raiders because they didn't change any of the plays, so he beat them. And then after that, mediocre for the rest of the year. I'm not saying losing. Yeah, it was a 5-11 seasons, 4-12,
People
a
forget
9-7.
about that. They just think
It was
about
not-
those 2 years.
He's a good coach. Don't get me wrong, but if this guy can get $100 million, what could Belichick get if he becomes a free agent?
Oh, my God.
He's going to own a team.
Chris, your thoughts on Gruden?
I mean, first of all,
I know you like Gruden. I'm just saying.
yeah, no, but like, okay, I understand what you're saying. He took over his team, he knew the plays, whatever, but he had to get to the Super Bowl still. And he took Brad Johnson to the Super Bowl. So he's a great offensive mind. He's a great guy to have. Oakland needs this because they're moving soon, too. So they need somebody to light that fire. And, he picked a good team because this offense has the capability of being great.
Is he worth that money, though?
The money, I don't know, because
right.
I feel like coaches get overpaid left and right everywhere, though.
All right,
You know what
I
mean?
got to cut you.
I think he's worth it.
We
though.
got to talk NBA real quick, and it's going to be real quick because I'm going to be honest with you guys. This NBA season is giving me nothing. I'm not excited about a thing. So let's just do what everybody else does and talk about ball, right? So let's talk about ball now. If you are Magic Johnson, Phil, what do you do with this situation on the Lakers?
I mean, I don't know. The guy's in Lithuania. What more can Magic Johnson do? I know.
He's still causing problems.
I
right?
know. I honestly, I don't know what to do with him. He's causing so many problems. He's calling out the coach for no reason. He's saying that his son, that he lost the team. What does he know about the team? He's across the continent, and he's saying what's going on inside the locker room. This guy's out of control.
Dude, you have to do something, right? Magic Johnson has to come out.
Magic Johnson has to be able to
Who
talk
does
to
he
him.
support here? Does he support his player? Does he support his player's dad? Does he support Luke Walton?
Magic Johnson could throw a lot of weight. I would say he comes out and he says, "Look, this guy's got to stop talking."
For Lonzo Ball's sake?
For the team's sake.
For the team's sake, right? That's what he's there to do.
Well, he's in. Listen, this guy, but he's smart though. He's a smart businessman because it's working. Everything he's doing is working. It's getting people riled up. It's getting. This is what he wants. This is what he wants. He wants attention. He wants all this stuff.
Well, he's definitely getting it.
And now that brings attention to his kids too, because maybe his other two kids aren't really as talented as Lonzo. Maybe this helps them
no shot.
find a path.
And by the way, Lonzo's not that talented.
Yeah,
either. I don't
no,
care.
he's talented.
I'm putting it
I
out
think
there.
he's talented.
The guy
Talented.
can't
He
shoot. The
doesn't
guy's
look that
career
good.
is destined
He's not
to
a
be
great shooter, but he's a rookie.
Destined to be a failure.
All right.
Wow.
We got to wrap up with the big game of the night. And for many, this is the big game of the year. We're talking Bama and Georgia.
Bama, Georgia.
Let's start with Chris. I mean, who wins this game?
I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I think the Bulldogs.
That's the kind
I'm
of
gonna tell
insight you get here.
My heart is telling me that Bulldogs are going to pull this out.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going against the grain.
How do the Bulldogs win this game?
On the legs of Nick Chubb and Sony Michel,
Chubb, baby.
2 NFL running backs.
Right.
They're ready.
Yeah.
And I think they could do it, even though this Alabama defensive line is dirty, and most likely, more often than not, they're going to be putting pressure on them and going right after that run game. But I still think these guys are good enough
So
to
they're
pull it
going to
out.
run the ball on Alabama. They're going to be able to.
They're going to have to.
Well, that's the only
They're
way
gonna
they're
have
going
to,
win.
yeah.
Phil, who wins this game?
I think Alabama wins it, though. I can't go against Saban. I want to say one thing. In the last 111 games, Alabama's been favored 110 times. The only time was against Georgia.
Wow.
And they beat Georgia 38-3.
Well, that was last time.
Listen, I think Bama wins this game by 13 points. All right.
Wow.
Let's move on.
Everybody thinks they're gonna
Our
win.
next segment, let's talk Are You Kidding Me? Right? So I think this week I got the Are You Kidding Me?
Yep.
Let me throw it out there. Another little bit of coaching news. The big article written on ESPN, Belichick, Brady, Kraft, Garoppolo, this kind of just love-hate triangle square that's going
Jimmy
on
G.
over there. So there's a lot of problems over there in New England, which makes no sense because all they do is win championships. But I'm going to go out and say, here's my Are You Kidding Me for this week. Are you kidding me? The Patriots will not make it to the Super Bowl. Belichick will leave at the end of the year, and he will go to the New York Giants, and he will be the coach of the New York Giants next year, a coach that he was the assistant coach for, a team that they will give him complete control to do whatever he wants. He'll be there for the draft. He will draft whichever quarterback he wants at the number 2 pick, and he will then groom this quarterback to win 3 championships.
This is what you hope for.
Better than Brady.
Nah, he
is
was not
what
going
you
to do
hope
better than
for.
Brady. I mean, yeah, okay. You might say I'm
They'll
a Giants
fire
fan.
they'll fire the GM that they just hired. If
They will
Belichick,
fire anybody they want.
if Belichick came and said, "I want to coach and be the GM," he's like, "We just hired you.
Gettleman
You're
is-
out. You're out." They'll fire him
Belichick doesn't
right
make
away.
all the decisions
He's the GM.
that he wants
He's the
already.
GM of the
anyway.
Patriots.
No,
Exactly.
but here's the big news: is that they made him pretty much trade
With the
Garoppolo.
Garoppolo
They forced
situation,
him to
I
trade
know.
Garoppolo.
But if they let that be the reason,
By the way, this is all
speculation.
Just an article.
I know,
Speculation,
but
I
it's
think there's
definitely
truth to it.
that's what I mean. That's why it's like, is it really an? Are you kidding me? Because it's possible. It's definitely possible, but I think it's highly unlikely.
I
think he ends
part
up
of it
staying
too is
in
I
New
think that they're not going to make the Super Bowl this year. I didn't think they're that good.
I don't think
to
so
begin
either.
with, but a lot of people.
Who
I
do
mean,
you
they're
have?
the
You have the
outside.
Well, actually, I
you
think
have the
they're gonna lose
Jaguars
in the-
making the Super Bowl.
No,
then.
I have the Patriots losing to the Vikings in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I could see Pittsburgh making it.
What do you think, Donnie? What do you think about my Are You Kidding Me? Is it possible?
All right, it's
unbelievable.
I think it's
Your argument is
partially correct.
unbelievable.
I think that Belichick would have still been open to moving Garoppolo, but apparently he wanted to do it after the season when he would have had more value than now.
No, he couldn't have done it after the season as a free agent. He wanted to do it during the draft last year.
Right.
Oh, okay. So then they kept him. What I was told was he wanted to buy more time, though.
Yes.
So they
in
traded
case
Brissett.
Brady got hurt.
They wanted to sign Garoppolo and
Right.
then maybe trade him.
That,
You're right.
yes,
I'm
that,
sorry. I
thank
take
you.
that
That
back.
would have been
Yes.
the
They
correct
wanted to
move.
sign-
Okay.
And then I think that he wouldn't go to the Giants. I think that if he were to leave the Patriots now, I think he would take the presidency of another team somewhere else and just leave the sidelines for a while.
Really?
I think
Really?
he'd definitely go to the Giants, dude.
Yeah.
Well,
I
here's the
think
thing.
he'd rather
too.
build a team like Parcells.
That might be more of
yeah.
an Are You Kidding Me than
Parcells did do that. He went to the front. I don't know.
The wrinkle
Dolphins,
with
yeah.
it is
This guy's a
he
lifer, it
spent
looks like.
time in the Giants
Yes,
organization, and
absolutely.
it meant a lot to him. With Parcells, I believe,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And
yeah, he was always with Parcells. Then he went with Parcells to the Patriots and the Jets.
So I think the job means something to him, and I think there's just enough problems in New England, and he probably sees that the future is not very long there.
With Brady.
Well, because you know
Yeah.
what? He tried to set up the future how
Right.
he wanted it. It became like a power struggle with Brady wanting to play
Dude,
till
this
he's
guy
45.
Yeah, but who
and with that
knows,
guy,
though?
whoever that guy, I don't know if you read the article. His trainer was
Right.
apparently getting a lot of influence that Belichick wasn't happy
Brady was
about.
still the
Weirdo
best
trainer.
quarterback.
Yes,
so
but-
we don't know. He could play another 4 years.
Well, he
But
wants to
still,
play
long
another
enough
4
for
years.
yeah.
but to Belichick, that's not enough. Garoppolo plays more years than that.
We don't need to tell you about Garoppolo.
but if Brady sits,
Super fan.
but if Brady sits and plays another 4 years, and Garoppolo sits under him for another 4 years, he's going to be 30 years old at that point.
Yes, but they
Or older.
But the point was they weren't letting Belichick stay another 4 years. They said he got to get rid. He wanted to move it forward. He didn't think Brady. He doesn't think Brady could do for 4 more years.
he doesn't
That's
think-
what it is.
yeah,
He
exactly.
doesn't
His
think
head,
it's
yeah.
possible.
Right.
And but the
That
thing
makes
is,
sense,
if Brady does it, that'll be the first time ever. So
and knowing what you know
can't be
about
wrong.
Brady, knowing what you know about
Yes,
Brady,
right.
isn't it completely believable? A lot of this story because he is, from a lot of accounts, kind of this.
Arrogant.
He's an
And that's
arrogant
okay,
guy. He's
And that he's also got a much better relationship with Kraft because
Yes.
nobody can have that kind of relationship with Belichick.
Yeah.
So
Supposedly
it would make sense
Kraft
that
was
he'd go
like
to Kraft.
Kraft
instead.
was like hugging Brady after
Yeah.
Garoppolo was traded. That was what the article said. Like Brady went up, gave that. That's like if Belichick saw that, he'd be pissed.
I'm just so and just Brady, the way he acts on the sidelines and what he embarrassed the offensive
McDaniels,
coordinator
I think, yeah.
this year. He's done that to teammates.
Yeah, that's
the guy
not
is
right.
just a baby, man.
He had a
I-
trainer that they were letting run
Yes.
certain aspects
I'll
of the
give
game.
And did
respect
you-
where it's due, but he is a baby.
Did you hear when Garoppolo hurt his shoulder? He tried to go to the trainer, and the trainer canceled on him.
Yeah.
How about that? He treated everyone except Garoppolo.
That's messed up. What's up with that? No, but now I forgot what I was going to say.
If they could get Belichick, they got to find out if they can get him. They got to go to him.
No, it all depends if they win the Super Bowl or not. This is what matters.
Well, that's
if
why
they
my
lose,
first part was they're not
yeah.
even going to make it. But
Right.
by the way,
If
he
they
was
win the
asked
Super Bowl,
today,
it's not-
he was asked today, do you expect to coach the Patriots next year? He said absolutely.
Of course
But
he's gonna say
he's
yes.
going to say
Yes,
that, right?
yes, yeah.
All right,
All hearsay.
let's move it on. I think we got some Bridgeside challenge, right?
We do have a Bridgeside challenge, not some.
Challenge.
All right.
Good though. Nice English teacher.
Teacher.
So this week's Bridgeside challenge is
playing soccer.
that's fine.
Sorry.
Keep talking. That's fine. This week's Bridgeside challenge is going to be the NFL season in review, an idea that came from one Chris Ventra. So we're going to give you guys each 2 rounds.
Right.
You're going to get a question that will have 5 answers,
Right.
and you're going to get as many as you can in 30 seconds each round.
Right.
A possible 10 points for the perfect answer grouping.
2 points
So-
per.
2 points per?
Right.
No, 1 point.
So how do you end
2
up with
rounds.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep,
right.
thank you.
Get us started, baby.
Okay, so we're going to start with you, Boo. We're going to give me 30 seconds on the clock. And who are the passing yard leaders? Top 5 for the year.
Passing yard leaders. I'm going to say Drew Brees. I'm
One
going
of-
to say Tom Brady.
Correct?
I'm going to say Matthew Stafford.
Correct?
I'm going to say Jared Goff.
Nope.
I'm going to say Phillip Rivers.
You have 4. That's what you got.
So what? Now the
I got
pass.
7 seconds left.
You can only get 5 opportunities. I didn't
Oh,
mention
gotcha.
it before the
Gotcha.
game.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll take
yeah.
the
You did.
4.
You got 4.
So wait, we don't pass that along to see who gets the
No,
fifth guy?
we do not pay.
Okay.
There's no steals. I told you this.
It's not
Even
a
though he
steal.
explained
It's
the
a steal. All right, we're going to go over to Phil Cagliostro, the doctor.
Let's do it.
Who are your top 5 rushing yard leaders for the season?
Kareem Hunt,
Correct.
Todd Gurley.
Correct.
I'll go Le'Veon Bell.
That's correct. Gets a little harder.
What?
Go.
Oh, I just said lard.
Yes, Lord.
I'm gonna go
That counts as a guess.
Mark Ingram
Correct.
Wow.
and take a shot with Leonard Fournette.
Nope. You got 4. Last one was LaShawn McCoy.
Ah.
And
I
Boo's
coulda
last
got
one was
McCoy.
Ben Roethlisberger.
That's
right?
correct.
Ah,
Yes.
I
I could
Thank
have got
you.
McCoy.
No steal, though. Sorry.
I know.
All right, so we're going to go over to Chris. We're going to go with your top 5 receiving yard leaders.
I didn't see that one.
And then when the clock comes, you'll be able to start. Go.
Julio Jones,
Correct.
Antonio Brown,
Correct.
DeAndre Hopkins,
Correct.
Adam Thielen,
Correct.
and the last one
Got
is
18 seconds.
I know I got mad time for this one.
Yeah, but only one choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it a good one.
Who's the last one? Big, bad. No. Michael Thomas? Michael Thomas?
Incorrect.
I know.
It was
Wow.
Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen had a
All
great
right,
He
year.
so
came on.
four all around
Wow.
as we go to the
Good job,
next
guys.
go round. All right, so I knew you guys would not get any individual defensive
Sacks
names.
or tackles.
So,
Yeah.
I would.
yeah, so we're going to go with... Shut up. So we're going to go with team defensive statistics for the year, your leaders.
Uh-huh.
All right, Boo, I'm going to start with you. Who allowed the least passing yards per game by team?
Jaguars.
That's one.
Broncos.
2.
Vikings.
3.
Steelers.
4.
Wow. I'm impressing myself.
I know the fifth one. I'm not telling you.
I don't expect you to. I'm gonna say something like the Texans.
Nope. Chargers.
Yep.
I would have never guessed that.
You got 4, though, which is great. I didn't think that you rolled those off.
Nice.
Okay, we're going to go
there it
back
is.
to Dr. Sports Science, and we're going to give you who allowed the least rushing yards per game.
Jacksonville. Jacksonville?
They are not there.
They're
Sorry.
not there.
Ah,
You lost the
they're
first
one of the
one.
worst.
I'm thrown off with that. I thought they were definitely there. The Eagles.
Correct.
The Vikings.
Correct.
The Chargers.
Nope.
The Bears.
Nope. Sorry, that's your allotted
Yeah, I
guesses.
gotcha.
You have the Panthers, the
Broncos.
Titans, and the Broncos. Okay, Chris, we're not going to go with receiving yards allowed. We're going to go with who allowed the least points per game. Top 5 in the league. And we're going to start.
Vikings.
Correct.
Patriots are up there.
Correct.
I'm gonna say Jags.
Correct.
I'm gonna say no, not them. Shit. Saints.
Nope. Oh, we only get 4.
It's for the tie.
Panthers.
Nope. The answers were the Chargers and the Eagles.
Ah,
Boo is our champion this week.
Yeah.
I missed it, but
NFL Week in Review.
That was a close matchup.
Yeah.
Certainly was.
Very nice.
The
All right, I'm going to hand it back over
The
to you,
Jags
Boo.
threw me off.
All right,
week.
thank you guys. I'm the champ. Let's keep it moving.
Just dropping the mic.
Our question of the week for this week. We're talking jerseys. We like to talk a little fashion on this show as well.
jerseys.
What is the best jersey of all time? Best sports jersey of all time. It's very open, and there's 100,000 different ways you can go with this.
Perfect.
Phil, just get us started with one that you really like.
I love the throwback Rams jersey.
Throwback Rams
With
jersey.
the
love
blue,
it.
thank
Yeah.
you. The blue
And the yellow horns?
and the
Royal
yellow
blue- yellow
horns
horns,
around the shoulder pads. It's
Okay.
a fantastic jersey. I wish they should just go back to that. I don't even
I'm
know
gonna-
why they do it.
I'm going to go even more specific. The one with Jack Youngblood, because his full name is on the back of the jersey. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Only the
Chris, what do you got? What's one you like?
I mean, I like. Well, does Supersonics count? They don't count because they're not throwbacks.
Yes,
Of course
it
they
is.
do.
All right,
Any
yeah,
jersey.
Supersonics.
We're just throwing
they don't
it out there.
exist in the NBA. They're definitely throwback.
Yeah, well,
This-
but,
They're
the
the most
definition of
throwback that you
throwback.
but then they don't exist. Exactly. That's why they might not be a throwback. I like that one. I like the Cavaliers back in the day when they wore the all blue.
Yeah.
Remember those jerseys?
Yeah.
Dope. What else we got? I don't know. What about you, Don? What do you got?
I'd go, my first and foremost is the Magic.
With the
the
stars?
Wow.
Both the home and road. The,
Penny
white and the
Hardaway-
blue.
And that
with
didn't
fire.
last. That didn't last that
It
long.
didn't last long at all.
They
We're
pulled
talking
that too
we're talking
quickly.
Penny Hardaway and Shaquille O'Neal. Right?
No, after. It's
No,
Tracy
yeah.
McGrady days.
Oh.
Yeah. Like Tracy McGrady prime.
I love Tracy McGrady.
Yeah.
I'll give you guys a couple. I like. Well, I got to talk about the powder blue for the
Chargers?
For the Chargers.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, great
that's.
jersey.
I mean, that's a fan favorite. I don't.
They
think
used
I'm
to
really-
always win with that jersey.
But that is
too.
that is a dope jersey. And I'm gonna even talk about college because I thought about them earlier today. I love Alabama's uniforms. I love that color, and I don't think there's a lot of teams that
all
have
red?
that color.
Yeah.
The crimson red.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's dope. I think their logo is dope. I think it's an all around great jersey, best in college. for
Logo.
sure.
They don't have a logo on their helmet. They just have the numbers.
the A, but I like their logo.
Oh, okay.
I know. I'm saying.
Oh.
I'm just saying the
I
logo.
okay. All right. I got
The
you.
whole everything they got.
You know what jersey I like
The
a lot?
Falcons throwback?
That people might not like it.
Red.
The Orange Crush.
The Vic
Broncos jersey.
Orange Crush Bronco.
The
That's
old
a nice jersey.
orange jersey. The
Mhm.
Broncos.
Dude, like 80s football jerseys
They're
were by
fantastic.
far
Why don't
better
they
than
just go
I
back
even
to
love
what
the
it-
80s Bucks.
Bucks
Yeah.
jersey is
Sick
sick.
jersey.
The helmet?
Yeah.
Too, the white helmet with the guy.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
guy
that's-
on it, yeah.
Too bad. Well, you had to change that jersey because they were so horrible. They
Yeah,
need
oh, yeah,
They
big.
needed to do
like,
something.
They need to like just change themselves.
I'll tell you one of the worst jerseys, the Miami Dolphins. Awful.
I gotta disagree.
Awful.
I don't mind.
I
it.
think
Worst
it's
jersey-
awful.
I think the worst jersey is that stripe jersey the Steelers pull out every now.
Oh, the
and then.
Bumblebee?
A Bumblebee, Hamburglar, whatever the hell they're doing.
I got a message from one of the fans.
Okay.
We got Rich Han Problems said the Hartford Whalers jersey, one of the
Ooh,
best
I love a
logos.
good hockey jersey. Yeah,
I love it.
Whalers. That's a great jersey.
Yeah, really great throwback too.
I mean, I know hockey. I'm
Cool.
a huge Rangers hater, but
know you-
Rangers jersey is unbelievable.
And you don't like the Statue of Liberty one though.
No, that's horrible. I hate. Well, I'm not a fan of a lot of the alternate jerseys that they came out with. Like,
I mean, I love the Rangers blue.
it's classic.
Yeah,
I
that's
hate-
what I'm saying,
classic.
yeah.
Let's talk about Islanders fisherman jersey.
No, we did this.
What do we got? A letter.
I don't know what.
A letter
the
from
hell
the crew,
just-
the
I don't
sports
know
crew.
what.
Guys, this is the first time I'm
I don't know
seeing this.
what the hell just happened.
Never heard of it. Guy, some guy just walked in.
We don't even know who
Some
that guy
guy.
is.
That's the guy that's always on the couch.
Does Paul even know who he is?
No,
just
I'm not
here.
sure. I don't know if he's paying rent.
Wait,
or
are
what
you
he's doing.
Are we sure that this is safe to open?
I don't know. I hope it's not anthrax or something.
That's
I hope it is
terrible.
anthrax.
He hopes it is. It looks like
Let's
a
see
ransom
what we got
note.
here.
You'd also be affected by that.
The
then.
Go Bridgeside jersey yous would know if you show up to play basketball.
Can I see what that looks like?
Pick
though?
up
looks like a
basketball.
Probably
ransom
straight
note.
garbage.
It looks like a ransom note.
like a riddle, but it's not a riddle.
How long did this take?
No,
to
no.
make?
I mean, I want to see what the jersey looks like,
Oh, yeah,
not
well,
that.
Yeah, no, well, that's not
Bridgeside
here.
doesn't have, Bridgeside has a jersey.
Yeah, I didn't know we had jerseys.
He's not
Where?
paying for jerseys. You kidding me?
Okay.
They're playing in wife beaters, and that's it.
Just to get away from that stupid cut away from the program.
What else you got for us?
The Rick Barry jersey, the city one was fire.
But they brought that back.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
use
that's
it
a great
sometimes as
jersey.
an alternate,
You're right.
but it was a great.
That's a great jersey.
That's why they brought it back though, because it was a great throwback.
Shout out to
and
Rick
the
Barry.
Hawks jersey with the enormous hawk on it.
Yes.
Which
Oh,
that
with the
didn't
Kevin
last long
Mutombo
either.
days.
Huh?
The Kevin Mutombo days.
Yeah,
What about the old ones that look like the Pac-Man with Dominique Wilkins?
yeah, okay. Spud Webb days, kind of. Yeah.
That's a
What
good
about
one.
the powder blue Lakers when they were? I think
I
they
don't
were
think
the
you can go wrong
Minneapolis
with powder
Lakers.
blue, man.
I
It just
also,
looks
because I
good.
also love the powder blue Royals, which
Yeah.
they use again now because it was so popular.
One thing
Yeah.
that's
They
nice
always
to
use
see
it as an
is,
alternate.
I know this is bringing it into modern, but it looks like they're getting rid of the basketball jerseys with sleeves. Is that finally gone?
I hope so. They all hate it.
That was
all
really
the play-
horrible.
All the players.
Yeah,
can't
that
stand
was
it.
bad.
You know, Minnesota still uses them sometimes. I've seen them this year.
That was an experiment gone terribly
Yeah, it's
wrong.
awful.
Terrible. Oakland Raiders, man.
Great
Classic.
jersey.
Yeah, I
You know
call it
what?
one of the most
You-
classic.
Jersey,
Yeah.
I love that. Mike used to have it. I just found out it was Ventures. Was the old Seahawks.
That's right.
We used to go to
Sean
high school.
Springs?
Sean Springs,
jersey.
that was my boy.
I
It's
told,
the
used to,
oddest color
I
ever.
told everybody at Fort Hamilton that I purchased that
it was
jersey.
just we all.
It was really just Chris's
I thought it was
jersey.
And I never got it back.
Chris. I thought it
I
was his,
gave it back.
Never got
Oh,
that
just
jersey
like the
back.
Jason Giambi authentic.
All right,
Chris, I thought it was his jersey
For
till
mad
last,
long,
right?
till
Everybody's
last week.
jersey
I
in
thought it
there.
was his
For
jersey.
how many years?
Since I knew him in high school. So about
That's
14
messed up,
years. I
man.
thought
Now
it
we
was-
know. Now people know.
No, I gave it back.
Shout out to Sean Springs.
He's a big fan of the program. Thank you,
Springs, if you're
Sean.
out there.
Now he's on the Facebook feed. Yeah,
Sean Springs.
What he said?
He's doing nothing else.
yeah. He likes the old Cardinals powder blue jersey. I don't know.
Cardinals found him.
All right, I think we're pretty much expired here.
Yeah, we just got
Let's
we just
not
got a
run this
ransom
into-
note.
I mean, thank God we had this to break it up. Otherwise, who knows when we would have been done. But, so yeah, let's talk about next week's question of the week. Donnie, actually, you want to get us just throw it out there to the fans right now?
Okay, we're gonna go with, in the spirit of the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, which is coming up. What is the best NFL divisional round playoff game ever? Now, just to give you a little bit of a background, you got a couple. It was the famous Brady Tuck rule. You even have the really old throwback Immaculate Reception with Lynn Swann.
Oh, huge.
You have the Eagles when McNabb had to complete the 4th and 26, and that Eagles team got to the Super Bowl. So,
What about the one?
You remember who caught that pass?
What?
I know because I read
Freddie
it last
Mitchell.
night. Yeah.
This
Freddie
one,
Mitchell.
This
Would've said
one was
Hank
bad
Baskets.
for the Giants, but what was this divisional? The one where the 49ers beat us with Jeff Garcia and T.O. We were up 38 to
Wild
13.
card.
That was wild card.
Yeah, guys, this is actually the question we're going to talk about next week.
Yeah,
so
no, I
everybody
know.
knows. It kind of doesn't make sense if we.
Well,
I was
he's-
just giving a
he's
little
bringing-
background.
Keep
Yeah,
debating.
well, Donnie, you really ruined it. But anyway, they give you something to think about, and in the spirit of this week's divisional games, which I know we're all excited about. So next week we're going to come back.
Best weekend of
fresh
football.
off the divisional games. A lot of people say the best weekend of football because you still have 4 games, but they mean even more
No doubt.
So we'll come back here. We'll talk about those games. We'll talk about some of the best games in divisional playoff history. And that'll be a lot of fun. So anyway, that wraps up the program. Any last words, gentlemen?
Best weekend of football.
Best weekend of football.
Best weekend of football coming up.
And big game tonight. Let's not forget about college.
Oh, it's on right now.
Right.
Go
we're gonna watch
Georgia.
that.
Alabama versus the running game.
Right.
Yeah,
And,
let's go
Chubb
Bulldogs.
and Michelle.
all right. So
Chubb.
make sure you're watching that. Tune in tomorrow at 9. Right here, we're going to have a live concert during Bridgeside Live. It's going to be Bradman in the studio doing his thing.
Bradman.
And as always, we will be back next Monday at 8 o'clock to talk this week's or next week's sports topics. That was a terrible outro. But take it easy.
Bridgeside out.